stream.
Oh god.
Unless my audio mixer somewhere up here in Windows.
Brian just gets done with the stream and now appears on your stream.
Yep.
Welcome to the Twitch beta.
Yeah, I tried starting the Twitch beta because they asked me to, and it seems to remove the option to pop out your chat, so, great change there from,
Well, it removes my dark theme, so... How do I go back?
You can click the options at the top right and uncheck the use beta thing. And I've started the game, by the way, so...
Yeah, once Twitch has never done this to me before, but it likes to just throw ads at me now, and it's never done that before.
Oh yeah, they've totally destroyed ad block currently.
Oh yeah, so here's War Master. His previous job was as a shopkeeper in DC1, so he really climbed up the ranks later on.
I'm impressed. Personally, I mean, you gotta respect the dedication of War Master.
Oh, and here's Sonic. He's asleep, and as Zephyr said, he will never wake up. Poor Sonic. And, right, okay, you can get up here without blast off.
Oh, Sonic.
Sonic is great.
So guys, heard you like quick time events, and we're gonna get some of those coming up.
I love quick time events. That's why I played all 3 God of Wars.
How many God of War games are there nowadays?
1, 2, 3. The 2 handhelds and 6, I believe.
There's 2 handhelds?
Might be 1 or 2. I don't remember if there's a second one.
For what?
One was on the DS. No, it was on the shitty other PSP. I think it was.
Oh, the thing that like 3 people have.
Yeah.
I should make fun of that thing. They tried hard.
So the big robot dudes here are probably like the first things you're gonna really want to cripple in the game. Like you
That's
can play.
false.
Okay, well.
Dang.
The first things I really found useful to cripple when I played through on hardcore, so...
On hardcore maybe, but on distorted it should be crippling far before this point.
I mean, you clearly don't need to if he's not doing it.
He is.
I have been.
Well,
Maybe not to normal enemies.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
you're definitely gonna want to use it to bosses, yeah. I was more talking about just the normal enemies.
I guess I don't cripple those guys. The big sentinels. I don't cripple these guys. So, I don't know.
Well, people can play the game for themselves and decide, because who doesn't want to play more DT, right?
Exactly. Just gonna be a negative Nancy about everything Mookie says. My goal. It's like, well, actually, and then I push up my glasses.
Yes, I do like the lip smack. You have to be like, well, actually.
Technically speaking.
Yeah.
The true strats are using Flame Pillar on the Sentinels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is the way to go. It's a slight bit more MP, but like at this point in the game, who cares?
And like wind bursts against the flying guys. They'll just like if you get center hits, it'll basically kill them in one hit or one cast.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So,
a whole lot of effort.
This is like a really good amount of skillful play here.
I mean,
it was a good amount of skillful play.
You were consuming all of our knowledge. Can't be expected to play and do that at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that was good.
That was the most skillful play.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to like adjust my playing style on the fly there. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I generally like dash into. Yeah, you're getting it. You're getting it. I don't think you have the mage bead equipped, which would help.
I don't think I have the mage bead period.
Yeah, you do. You have the mage bead.
Do I? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Oh yeah.
Mage bead is like the one. It's the one
There we
bead
go.
that's like right in the way in the game. So you get that even in the speed run. Oh man, it
Oh,
gets
yeah.
20 now. Got
Oh
buffed.
yeah. Yeah, like I think pretty much everything got buffed.
Yeah, like all the
that-
equipment used to be super trash other than like stun bead and
Yeah.
skill bead.
And like the defense ones are like 20%. They should be bumped to 25%.
Oh, the elemental ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no one's ever gonna use those.
So yeah.
Yeah. Has any,
I was
like,
I was
what
like, how can I make
uses-
people use these? Maybe 33%.
Like, what
I mean,
even would be
even
the use
then.
case for those?
Yeah.
The use case is like, oh, I'm fighting Blaze the Bad. I should equip
Fire.
the fire bead.
Yeah.
But it's not clear enough which things are which element throughout the game, so
Yeah.
you're like, maybe he's doing wind damage?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's impossible to tell what
Hmm.
damage enemies deal.
Blaze the Bat should do wind damage. That would be a very DT1 thing to do.
Have you spent your skill points recently?
I believe so. I'll check after I beat this guy.
Or,
And yeah, you guys are right. Those using those flame pillar and wind burst makes those guys real trivial. Let's see what
Good.
we got. I guess I'll boost my weapon damage. Oops.
You should be going for the spell, the third tier stuff, the third
Yeah.
tab things,
Okay.
definitely. Just because like reducing the amount of elemental energy it takes to cast things, and then increasing the regain of that energy is so huge.
Yeah, it's better than 3% damage. I'll focus on.
And then I think it's water or earth. The thing at the end of those is like reduce cast time by 20%. That one's
That's-
godlike.
I think
Yeah, that's water.
wind. Water. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
that's definitely
thing
not
gives
wind.
you increased experience too, which I mean.
Yeah, I also do like to get that pretty early, just because there's not a whole lot of useful things in the tree, so
Yeah.
might as well get experience.
the tree, the DT1 tree is a sad tree. It's a very sad tree.
I like it, but
I do-
like
It has
it's-
its charm.
it loses some of its appeal the better you are.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of defensive stuff that like just doesn't really, it's not worthwhile. But then there's like dash stuff. Getting the dash stuff is really good. Getting the extended cripple time is like probably the
Yeah.
first thing you ever want to get.
That's necessary, basically.
Getting the right. So water gives you cast time reduction, but then earth gives you like skill.
Mugi needs to get like the increased accuracy on spells here.
Mugi
Yeah,
needs to start using water barrier.
I should be using water barrier. That's right. I kind of forgot I had it already.
Yeah, it happens, but like you should definitely use it.
There we go. Oh, I should have taken the screenshot just in there. That's my bad.
Oh, you didn't? No. Mugi.
Moogie.
You Rao-cowed the fuck out of that.
Speaking of Raocow, the final stage of Yump was amazing.
Oh, final stage of Yump is quite the thing.
It exists. It's all that can be said to exist.
If it's anything like some of the bullshit that I've seen,
It's a lot worse than the bullshit you've seen.
Yeah.
oh, it's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's
Worse
that
than that
level
ice
with
level?
the ice level. I haven't watched all the levels, but I've seen some of the ones that people have been talking about. The ice one. There's the one with the invisible, like dudes who sit around,
Oh yeah.
and like that was cool. It would have been cool for like 10 seconds. It would have been cool as like a joke. I'm like, oh, you're gonna do a whole level. No, you're not actually gonna do that because that would be shitty.
Yeah, it doesn't even
You know
have
what
a
would have
real
been cool as a
checkpoint.
joke? The shrouds.
Yeah.
The shrouds would have been cool as a joke.
All right.
For
so
10
this
seconds.
time we took.
It was a different time.
Almost.
Mugi,
Good
wants
night,
you to do a
Kevin.
sphincter with Jerry before he goes to bed.
Jerry
bet
is a
Jer-
sphincter.
I bet Jerry could do sphincters in some way.
Jerry could do anything. He's DT1 Jerry.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh man, the fucking
yeah.
elevator took me so long on Achilles.
Oh, I bet. Hello, Castell. Please.
Castle's here.
Castle. Sorry.
No, it's Castell, I believe. I just call him Castle out of instinct.
Okay.
So we're getting like into the examples of how DT1 is a very spammy game. You know, projectiles fucking everywhere. That is why Water Barrier is very good.
Water barrier, wind burst is, or not burst, but like the blast shield can be good.
Blast Shield. I actually
Blast shield.
I like Blast Shield a lot because you can just spam it. It takes very little spirit energy and MP to use. So it's pretty good in my
There's a
opinion.
couple places where I'd use it, but otherwise I think people overstate its usefulness.
I didn't really find a lot of uses for it in my playthrough personally. Like it was handy, but I didn't really feel the need to ever switch to it to use it specifically.
Like Blaze the Batman during his roundabout whirly-do. Like, I don't know. There's parts where you can use it during the Shroud Lord during his second desperation attack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's where I got the most
I got
use out of it.
mileage out of it.
And we have kind of like
Oh yeah,
this,
those guys.
this raised
thing.
tile here, which makes me think there's something here, but I don't think there is. It's just kind of, you know.
Zephyr.
I've never noticed
Burst.
that before.
Zephyr Burst. What have you done?
Just don't look at that thing. Don't look at it.
XYZ.
And like I said, you do have to actually press these keys in your keyboard to get through.
Yep.
I love how enthusiastic the quick time messages are. They're just so excited that you're doing them.
I think that's the last one though.
Yeah, there should have been like one more, but there wasn't.
You should have had to
Should've been
do
a
one
really,
to
really
kill
long
the quick
one.
time distorter.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you get it down to 0, it's like, okay, press like A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P, you know, like all
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, it gives you some ridiculous sequence you have to put in, or it revives with full HP or something.
No, I would have never done that. I would just had a sequence just like this where you can't fail. It's just there.
God, I love how the switches are short enough that your thrust attack does not hit them. It just makes them so fucking annoying to hit.
Yeah, I just ended up using Wind Burst to hit it. This fucking.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Mugi is just progressing the game and not dying to anything stupid, so...
Oh, I'll die to stuff later. Like, I feel like I said, I think the harder parts of DT1 are harder than the hardest parts of DT3 for the most part, but the hardest parts don't really come in for a while. Like, in DT3, there's like a good chance you're gonna die throughout basically the entire game. In DT1, I find like the earlier areas in particular to like be like harder just to die in, I guess you could say.
You have Brave mode. You
Oh,
can't
yes.
die with Brave mode.
We have Rave mode. Can I get that now?
Yes.
Oh yeah. There's just this. Yes. It's easier than you might think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You don't even have
yeah.
to do anything. It's just right down there. And now
Thinking emoji.
now it's time for the elevator.
But you got the wind bead. Hooray, it's the best bead. I can't believe you left a bead behind. Back in one of the first levels, like donut planes or whatever.
Oh,
You're like, I'm not gonna make that circle again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the first series when I have Blast off and clear those out. And one thing to note is that, like, during the forced encounters in this game, if enemies fall off the screen, they're just dead. I think that can happen in DT3 as well, but there's, like, much less of an opportunity for them to actually do that.
It can happen.
Yeah.
It's basically only in the RPG gate.
Yeah.
Oh man, you should have killed those bullet bills with 2 mental insurrections.
Yeah.
Or a water blast. That's
So,
the
I just
real
realized
water blast.
I just realized that the level cap in the DT3 RPG area is the same as the DT1 level cap.
Yeah.
It's not really a DT1 reference as much as it is a Power of 2 reference that's
Yeah.
used often in video games.
Yeah.
It's 2 to the 6.
So the first time I did this, I had no idea how good a water barrier was, so this gave me some hardships.
I'm pretty sure I just pressed raid mode and walked through half of it.
Yeah, well, rave mode is baby mode.
Yeah, I mean, Wafu needs that.
Hey,
I bet Wafu has trouble with War Master.
God.
I've had trouble with War Master in fucking months.
I was waiting for you to
Lost
dash
babies.
off. I was waiting for it. But you didn't do it. I'm disappointed.
What were you waiting for?
You should just like dash off as you're fighting the last one. It would have been great. I feel like there's a spike here,
Zephyr constantly just wishes for your doom.
basically.
Oh yeah, you can really tell in a lot of parts of DT1 Zephyr just waiting for you to die. You know, like the butt spike in Metropolis.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite one.
Man.
That's fine. That's a cat smiley.
Oh yeah, it's because I always call it the butt face.
With a butt face.
I say.
So here we have like this epic cutscene. Cyrus and
Ciao.
whatever their names are.
Name is Cyrus. God. Gene is the guy with the hat.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember the DC lore. Alright, let's see.
God.
Terrible movie.
Alright, this boss is really fucking hard, but may end up being very easy randomly. Very random fight.
It is full of RNG madness.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh. Didn't make it. It's the first boss that you basically need to cripple?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're playing on hard or above, yeah, you have to cripple. You can totally get away from it with on normal mode. You're not using enough Earth Shift, yeah. I love these just going full water on you.
Just full ham.
So one of the differences between each of the modes is how many of those attacks he can use at the same time. And
oh yeah?
yeah, like on distorted, like on hard mode, he can only use 3. On distorted mode, he can potentially use all 4 orbs at the same time.
Okay, yeah, that's some RNG bullshit right there.
But he's actually been extremely lucky for you. Like, the problem is if he goes off to the right, you might as well just quit and restart. But he actually
Dude.
stayed to the left, and if you can
should've-
get him in the barrier like he was, you can just destroy him.
You should have just MI bounced on him to dodge the fireballs.
I should've done a
Use
lot
your
of
use your upswing. You'll be able to hit faster, and you'll be able to maintain your momentum or your up air stuff. Oh.
Nope. It's a bad time. Might as well just open the menu and say force game over.
Sad times. This never happened. I've never seen that happen before.
So that little barrier's not there on other settings.
Of course, yeah.
That is so sad. Quick time distorter. How could you?
You can attack faster than that. Be a man.
That was a nice dodge. Yeah, he's basically gonna have the water up like the whole time on distorted.
Yeah.
But like what LP says there, Earth Shift though.
There we go. Now you're attacking.
The barrage. The Mugi Fury swipes.
You can sense his anger. Problem with using him to air stall is that if he switches off of the element you're using, and you don't have enough of a combo to do damage,
Yeah, you'll just fall.
you'll just fall.
That's why it looks like that's why Mugi is just non-elementaling him.
Yeah,
Fucking-
I figured it's easier non-elemental.
The
Okay, there we
the
go.
wind cyclones, they like have hitboxes even in the final frame, but like they only have like visibly they're gone, but they still have the full hitbox. It's awful.
Yeah, like this was before I was managing
Good at
hitboxes
anything.
like that. Yeah, like good at anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I made this game that made people play up the game that was good. So
so,
it did that.
so yeah, like on hardcore, you don't need to cripple him. You can just spam attacks with non-elemental the whole time, and it'll get enough combo to kill him pretty fast. On this, you basically need to cripple him every time he goes uncripple, but non-elemental still works pretty well. So, oh, and now I have blast off and rupture.
Oh, there you go. You had a good combo going,
Yeah.
so that kept your damage up even with lower or with
Yeah, there
non-elemental.
was one part where I was comboing him in the air without his cripple, and that wouldn't have happened without the combo. One thing we didn't mention is that, unlike DT3, the combo mechanic in DT1 is actually pretty useful. It increases your damage the bigger your combo is. Alright, and that was a bunch of
Yeah.
dialogue.
It also increases your spirit regen, I believe,
Yeah.
It does increase it. Yeah.
which is very useful. If you get a high enough combo, you can basically
Oh, no.
spam boomerangs ad infinitum.
I missed an item there, but we'll go back for it later. Let's see.
It does also increase your awesome.
It's true. It's very true.
And we have blast off, which is just a wonderful ability.
Let's see if I
Just,
can. Let's see. I want to show off Super Blast stuff real quick and see how long it takes me to get it.
Oh snap!
Let's go to a save room. Stress. Save room.
Awesome is relevant. Your awesome increases your experience multiplier.
There we go. So
Ryan, are you okay? You sound real tired.
I just played a bunch of Sanic. It's a very draining
So
experience.
basically, the way
Very-
Super Blast stuff works is you're
Boom.
if you move in one direction, hit blast off, stop moving for a frame, and then hold the direction again. It'll like store the momentum, the upward momentum or something, and make you go super high.
I wonder if you can super blast off twice in a row without jumping.
It won't store a second.
But
Like
what if
first.
instead of like jumping to use the super blast off, if you just blast it off from the ground?
Oh, that might do a thing.
It might do a thing.
So
Like it might be like a double blast off, but I don't. That's not really gonna give you a big benefit though.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the forest area, and one of the issues with this area is it's really not obvious what you can stand on.
Yeah, but this area is great.
Oh, I like it. It's just it takes a little while to figure out how the graphics work.
It's fine. It's fine.
You only fumble for like first few seconds, then you're good.
Like there's the one thing that everyone misses because the leaves blend into the background, but otherwise it's fine.
And like past Zephyr did that on purpose too, so it's
And
probably
that's
good to
one,
note
like,
that.
That's like the one place you have to use blast off offensively, I guess you could say, to activate that switch.
I've actually been using blast off offensively quite a bit in my Achilles run.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good offensively, actually, but that's like the one place you have to use it.
That little spinner guy, I think is gonna be Earth.
Actually, instead of Earth, you should use Runaway because he's not worth killing.
Yeah, that's I should have run away, but at that point I was committed to killing that guy. It's like,
Yep, gambler's fallacy.
yeah.
Spent too
Yep.
much time. I guess sunk cost fallacy.
The big rolly guys are water.
The big roller guys are also lure them off the edge.
Let 'em off, yeah.
The big rolly guys are dashed through them. and leave.
Yeah.
Well, if you have to kill them, you kill them by having them fall off.
Yeah. Things that fall off the edge in DT1 should have given you EXP. At least like half of what it's worth.
It's fine. We have slimes.
We do
You
have
do
slime.
have slimes.
Like, if there were ever a Brian mode, I would remove the slime grind.
I'd be okay with that, actually.
Yeah.
You'd start at level
there would be
64
a...
wouldn't you?
That was one potential solution. But then you'd have to grind up to level 128.
But luckily everything gives you like so much more EXP that it just doesn't
No,
matter.
no more
No.
XP.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Brian mode.
Oh shit. Like Brian wants to like play through some of the levels and just grind for hours. He wants to feel like he's playing DT the MMO.
Hell yes.
Oh, and you'll notice in DT1 when you're low on health, the music slows down. This makes a particular area much later pretty fun to play through. I'm talking about, what is it, Shady Woods. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like how these guys are called broccoli holder. It's like the most literal name possible.
I don't remember what they were called. I think these are all from Klonoa, and I saw their thing. I'm like, what am I gonna call these guys? Because they have really dumb names for most things. And I was like, they're holding pieces of broccoli.
They have really
Perfect.
dumb names. I should come up with a better name. Broccoli holder.
Yeah. No, I was not trying to make it better. It was just straight up just make it dumb.
Zephyr took it as a challenge. Wanted
Yeah.
to make it dumber.
Oh,
I respect
that
it.
reminds me.
I mean, that thing's called an electric thing. The blue guys.
Yeah, one thing I've been meaning to ask Zephyr, like, how do you actually find the sprites? Because obviously you haven't played everything that you use sprites from. Like,
Spiders
He has.
Not everything. There's definitely haven't played all these games. Spider's Resource.
right.
And sometimes I would just look. Like sometimes I would just glance at the front page, like every 2 weeks or something. I would just look at what they've got, and then. So then there's this cool looking sprite on there, and then like, what's this from? Oh, I didn't play that game. Let's look at that.
Pause the game. Pause the game.
Oh yeah,
Pause the game.
Why do you pause the game?
because the enemy to kill rooms are not affected by pause, and so all of them spawn at the same time.
Really? Huh.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Interesting.
And your rave mode does not. I mean, the song will keep playing, but the timer.
Well, that's just wonderful.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you start it, pause, wait like 2 minutes, and then unpause in rave mode, and every enemy will be there instantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for
I'll try to
the rolly guys, just like donut block the shit out of them on a corner.
Oh, those fall strats. I refer to that as like the rave mode kill room because I fucking hated that kill room.
It was quite a thing on Achilles.
I'll have to remember the
Like
pause.
true men don't rave mode though, except when the game asks them to.
Yeah, there
True
are.
men rave mode twice and die once.
And unlike DT3, the mandatory rave modes and deaths actually do count.
Yes, they do. But you're allowed 10 deaths and still get an A rank.
Wow, 10 deaths, so generous.
Yeah, 10 fucking deaths.
I guess technically 9 then, because the game steals one from you.
Yeah. And like, there's no way you're gonna get any rank without just save scumming the entire game.
Yeah, like
Like, I could certainly do an S rank run, but I have no desire to because it's just save scumming the whole time.
It's
Yeah.
just basically load save every time you die, and that's it.
and the problem with that is that there's no boss cutscene skip, so
Yeah.
Not like in DT3 where 10% of the cutscenes are just randomly not skippable.
Zephyr burst.
hashtag fix your game, all that stuff.
I probably should have just skipped fighting those guys.
Moogie, what the fuck were you doing?
I don't know what I was doing.
He was killing like one guy in a hailstorm of bullet bills. He took all of his life and damage.
I
Put water blast on your thing,
No.
and then bullet bills become nothing.
No, don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I do. Don't listen to Brian.
This is something I find particular with, like, especially people who play a lot of character action. You just kind of feel compelled to kill everything that comes in your way.
Yeah, like, a lot of the times with DT1 you want to just, like, ignore the enemies. And that's the thing in kind of DT2 too, but, like, there's a lot of sections where Zephyr is, like, just making you think you have to fight stuff. But you don't. You can just ignore them and run past them.
Enemies are a bit better at sticking to you in DT3.
Yeah.
So you're more incentivized to kill them. Compared to DT1, where for the most part you can kind of run past people and they won't continue to be an issue.
Well,
Yeah.
enemies in DT1 are largely just kind of turrets. Like, they're just sort of projectile spawners. for the most
Yeah,
part.
they really
You
are.
should do that from the platform below
I
instead.
should have, but I just ended up taking damage and killing myself, because, you know.
Well, that's quite a thing.
That is one way to do it.
Which enemies bullets don't despawn in this game like they do in DT3, and DT3 still does a better job of keeping itself.
By the way, speaking of enemies, how long has someone had the slime room go for? And when the game still runs?
And that's exactly what
some-
Super Blast Off skipping stuff. You're supposed to use MI to dash across those guys, but you can just use Super Blast Off, and it's real easy.
So that's an example of Zephyr being actual poop. Because those guys, you're supposed to chain dash across, but they all have collision damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So get fucked. So before Super Blast Off was discovered, we would use the strategy where you kind of collect them all into a ball, and then you put an Earthship down and blast off, and you kind of lure them over so you can repeatedly dash and then reset your dash with Mental Insurrection.
Yep.
And so you kind of do that over and over again until Blast Off either refreshes or
You just gain enough height.
you just gain enough height, yeah.
Yeah.
Please get a checkpoint. Oh my god, please get a checkpoint.
Okay, I've got the checkpoint. God.
This room's not really long though. It's not really. It's room
Yeah.
item thing. But
Oh.
yeah, I know what you're saying though. It is.
It's
it
like
is
right
scary.
there. Right there.
Okay,
Oh,
now
that's
it's
scary.
time for, like, the best boss ever.
No, you didn't get the
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
What did I miss?
You missed the hidden leaves.
Oh,
the thing I said that everyone misses.
I'll go back and get it.
Distorted dragon root.
Yeah.
What I refer
it
to
goes.
as the plant boss. As
Yeah.
everybody refers to as the plant boss.
Yeah, because
Not-
like you can because he so some of the bosses in DT1, your stun time affects them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Some of them, not all of them.
Please use Wave of Awesome. You're hurting me.
Oh yeah, please use down wave of awesome.
Please use Gator Wheel.
Okay, fine. Your wheel. Oh my god!
Like,
Okay, that was Dragon Root.
it's the strat.
He existed.
Holy shit. I thought that boss was a dork before. That's actually amazing.
So yeah, the thing about
He
DT1
like sighs like, fine, Brian, I'll do what you say.
So yeah, the
And then
thing
his
about
eyes
DT1,
light up.
it has attacks that deal damage per frame, and it's kind of broken as shit.
No, you missed it. It's in the beginning. It's in the end beginning of the room, like the beginning of where you came from, but the end of going the right way.
Wow, that was
Oh,
really.
okay.
That-
It was word salad. I'd want that needed to come out perfectly like that.
That's how you know he wrote DT3.
The place near the end of the
Wow.
beginning place.
I'm sorry, Zephyr, that was mean.
No, it's fine.
No, Wav was just inherently an asshole. He can't help it.
Oh.
Bruh!
Okay, there we go.
I would feel a little bad if you weren't like, guys, I'm gonna do something really rare and unprecedented. I'm gonna agree with Brian.
Okay.
Hashtag never forget.
Oh yeah, I guess
Ryan.
we should do the dirty ruins now.
It is documented fact that me and you don't agree on basically anything. It wasn't about you. It was
You have
about
to do
us.
donut. You have to do donut planes too.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'll go do that now.
There's maps.
Yeah, one of the good things about GT1 is that, like, as soon as you have blast off, you can do everything. So there's not really an area where you have to go back to backtrack way later.
Good thing is that once you have air dash, you can do everything in DT3. Like once you have morph ball, I guess.
Don't you need double jump for some stuff?
You don't.
I guess you don't, do you?
You don't need
Yeah.
double jump for anything that you could access prior to getting double jump.
Yeah.
So
I
like
guess you're right.
things
Yeah.
things in like the pink like snow area might require double jump, but you can't get there before you get double jump anyway.
I love LP there.
Sometimes I like to not say something in the hopes that Mugi has learned anything.
No,
I'm not gonna say anything. Nobody say it.
I haven't.
No,
learned.
he knows. He immediately
He
knows.
knows,
I know.
but like
It's important for him to
It's
you know.
important for you to learn.
to
on
learn
the
from
job.
your mistakes.
really like own that.
I'm really sad about this because this kill room specifically hurt my soul.
Did
I
you
had to-
not?
Say
Did
kill
you
room,
not
but
use it? Because like this kill room was by design. You're supposed to do this.
Yeah,
No, I did some really
no,
ridiculous
no,
like
no,
thread the
Mugi,
needle
Mugi,
shit.
Mugi.
I got
Do the
it.
same thing you did last.
Yeah, I got it.
I guess that does work, but
It does, but it just feels less
yeah, it's definitely.
good. But hey, that's
good.
That does work. But yeah, no, I did some really ridiculous like thread the needle dumb shits, like going through the boulder just as like the other one was coming down and it created this like little diagonal that I jumped through like every
Yeah.
time.
That is amazing. You're gonna get stomped, yeah. You gotta time that last rock.
Oh, that
So
was
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. man.
That's good. Oh, you got the 10. You got the 10.
I did.
Also, he's gonna die and have to do that again, so it's
That's fine. It's fine.
I believe. Why do you guys believe?
You were wrong to believe, Wafu.
Fuck, Mugi, what?
Spoilers.
What? I'm so sad
fine.
right
This
now.
room is pretty difficult.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
actually
yeah,
probably
it
the
is.
one, like the hardest area early in the game.
This is probably the hardest room in the game.
There's later rooms that would argue with you on that one.
This is hardest room in the game.
How was this on Achilles? Was it not that bad?
It's probably
It was
Medium bad.
medium bad. You know, there was bad. It didn't get cooked all the way through.
LP backdashed into the corner. That works.
Oh yeah, that works.
I love how the Earth Shift is just getting out of the room. It's escaping from Mugi.
Yeah, I took some damage.
This is why you need
time.
that increased cast speed. If you had increased cast speed, that wouldn't have happened.
Mugi is the winner at the end. He beat Earth Shift.
And then it took a bunch of damage.
and got snaked.
Yeah.
Didn't get the rupees.
Everything's
bother
too
Logan.
Those Reaper guys on distorted mode are assholes. They can actually escape the screen and they'll just
Yep,
keep firing at
They
you.
can. They can.
Distorted mode only. And that has to
And
do
by
with
the
some
way-
scaling there.
You do have to redo this every single time.
Yeah.
So you should learn how to do it properly.
I should.
No.
There was a little bit of a scathing like beating that Brian was giving there.
He's tired and grumpy and sonicked out.
Sonic
I
has a
am a
lot
little
of
tired.
things that make you look at things very fast. It can make you
Like I was having a blast playing Sonic, but like once it was over, I'm just like I just need to sleep. But then Moogie's like, guys, I'm gonna stream now.
Is that what I
Better
sound
get on the
like?
call. I mean,
it's
like,
it's not nearly southern enough.
guys, gonna stream now, y'all.
he's gonna get smushed.
It's not gonna get smushed.
I
He didn't
think
get smushed.
He didn't get
I'm
smushed?
gonna-
Oh, I'm
He didn't
surprised.
get smushed.
Spit in this bottle.
Y'all, I'm gonna stream. Is that like some Hank Hill stuff there?
Honestly, like you can't even. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell that Mugi has a southern drawl to him unless he told me.
I don't notice a southern drawl. He sounds
He's
like
a-
dead American like anyone else.
Yeah, I
American,
don't
like,
think it's that
yes.
pronounced for the most part, but people like to give me shit about it, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
I mean, I do now. Like to give you shit about it, even though I still can't hear it, even though
Yeah,
you told me.
I don't hear it.
You sound more like a naturalized German.
Naturalized German. Well, my last
Huh.
name is German, so. I guess
Because you have like sort of the guttural, like deep voice, which is like, I had like a professor in college. His name was Volper, and he sounded like a more angry version of you.
Well, okay.
Streams and stream accessories, yeah.
Luigi does sound like a nerd, yeah.
This is true.
This
I don't know.
room was really fucking hard on Achilles.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
This room was devastation on Achilles.
Those spikes that come up that are just a little bit higher, it's my favorite things.
Zephyr.
Zephyr.
It was Zephyr
You didn't
Burst.
use these
What is
like
wrong with these?
any
Zephyr?
place but the Magical Castle. I'm surprised because you use them pretty consistently in DT1.
Yeah, they just never were a thing in DT3, and then one of the testers actually mentioned like, "Hey, you never actually used these." I was like, "Well, I guess I'll use them in one map," and then they just never showed because they're still in the code. They just never were removed.
Yeah. But that same tester didn't say anything about dash zones, apparently.
No, they didn't. No dash zones, and we. After a while, this is where I got around in the vault. I was like, "Oh, I never used the dash zones again."
So
Probably
you
never
put them
did
right
that.
before the abomination and then forgot them for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I was just like, no more.
Well,
Nevermore.
I mean, DT3 kind of has like all of the mechanics possible in a video game, so it's understandable you might forget
Yep.
about one or two.
I mean, we're tapped out. Zephyr used them all, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bubble Bobble was supposed to show up at least once more, and then it just didn't. I was like, it's better for it.
I'm still sad there wasn't another part in the game that you had to do jumpless. I really like the jumpless sections, and I would like if I were to make a non-stupid side B level, it would be jumpless. But you still had like dash and like
Yeah.
double jump, but you could only use double jump by walking off the edge.
Oh, that might be
Right, yeah,
cool.
like we had, like, I think Zero and I talked about those kind of things. They just never made it into the game.
I think that stuff's super cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, like he definitely wanted it, I wanted it, I just never did it.
So yeah, this room is hard, by the way.
This room is, like, legit hard.
This room
It's
is
pretty rough.
distorted. This room is a travesty.
Yes, it's a distorted travesty.
I hate all of you.
I like that we have a distorted squared travesty here.
Oh yeah, because I'm playing distorted 1 on distorted mode, so it's distorted
Yeah.
squared.
Please never
Uh,
name your difficulties after a word in the title again.
Okay, yeah.
Please.
Yeah, like when I'm putting
You
the
can't search for distorted difficulty, distorted runs.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, like when I'm putting the videos on YouTube, I'm like, wait, how do I even name this? I ended up just putting a hyphen after a distorted travesty.
The D stands for dumb. Cycles.
Travesty would be a good difficult level. No, that's okay.
Yeah, distorted travesty,
Is it-
travesty mode. That would-
No, it's Zephyr loves you mode.
There,
rolls,
there we
it
go.
rolls right off the tongue.
ZLY.
Let's see.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So you can
Noogie
use
just
you can use the baby dash here.
I guess you don't have Grand Slam yet.
No, I don't. So one thing to
Oh,
know
yeah.
again about DT1 is if you're not holding a direction when you dash, you do this little baby dash. It's useful in a couple places.
Hey, Revenge Bead. You should never use that because it's shit.
So in my Achilles run, the way I actually did Achilles was by hacking my save, so I have like negative 10 billion defense, and because
Yeah.
damage is subtractive, or mitigation is subtractive in this game, so if you have 10 defense, you take 10 less damage from the attacks. It stands to reason that if you have negative mitigation, it will add to that.
Yeah.
So, and that works. So I take like a billion damage every time I get hit, which equates to an Achilles mode. But that also works with Revenge Bead. So now Revenge Bead can't kill, so it's not actually useful. But I can bring any boss down to 1 HP instantly by getting hit by them. But then I die.
And you die.
Yeah, but it's amazing looking.
It is amazing. I guess is there any boss that like has like a special thing where it ends before it hits 0?
No, there's none.
So sad.
Oh, you could do
Yeah,
something
sorry.
hilarious with like. It's a shame it wasn't in DT3. You do something hilarious with Voltex.
With
Oh
what?
yeah.
Oh wow, that was an interesting dash. This screen is a bit easier now that you've changed blast off to refresh immediately upon hitting the ground, by the way.
Yeah.
Stun bead, the best bead in the game.
You should definitely
Oh,
put
yeah,
that on like
I-
right now and just never take it off.
I should.
You can take it off for some bosses,
Some bosses, yeah.
but not all bosses.
I guess I'll take attack beat off, because... Like, how does the attack stat even work?
So your attack stat is how much base damage you'll do,
Right.
and then the enemy has a defense stat, and they subtract their defense stat from your damage, and that's like basically it.
That's basically it.
And
There's a
if your
couple modifiers.
attacks are infused with, I mean, yeah, combo increases it. If your attacks are infused with element, it also uses the enemy's elemental resistance or weakness.
Makes sense.
And if it's a third hit in a combo, it does a bunch of damage. And if it's rave mode, you have like a 8x multiplier.
Yeah. The last hit in the combo does 50% more, and it does that on top. That's how much extra damage you do before defense is calculated.
Right.
So that's why the third hit, if you're doing 0, you can sometimes do damage. It doesn't actually
Yeah, you
boost
can
damage.
break
so-
through with the
Yeah.
third hit.
Yeah.
And like all of your physical skills, Mental Insurrection, Wave of Awesome, Kudeku, and Grand Slam all use your attack stat as their base. And they use some multiplier of that.
Yeah, Kudeku has like the entire gimmick with Kudeku is has some large attack multiplier, and like the game doesn't even explain what Kudeku does ever. So
Yeah.
It basically says that you... No, Moogie.
What? What happened there? Yeah, like every skill and every spell have like their own. If you look at the abilities in the menu, it'll tell you what their base stat or what their base thing is, and that is calculated in a really weird way. I have to go look at it.
There we go. Good
Our
job.
abilities don't work here.
yeah, that's to prevent you from using Grand Slam, because Grand Slam just deletes your hitbox for the duration.
Not the
Yeah.
full duration,
Aw.
but once
Yeah,
you go
it
long enough.
It gives you iframes, and then also people could use MI to
Yeah.
stall. So that's
But you should... you didn't die. Because if you do a bunny hop, you can gain enough...
yes, that is
things
another way to do it.
Just fly all the way down.
And you come out of that room with no MP, by the way, which is kind of annoying.
I mean, like you're in Donut Plains. If you can get up there, you don't need that MP. Like don't complain. It's just take
Donut
it.
complain.
Donut
Donut
complain.
plain.
Oh, by the way,
Donut plain sounds like donut complain.
I keep trying to jump on the Mario enemies and it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Please
Jumping
fix.
hadn't been invented yet. Oh, you got it. Thank God.
I got the bead. Brian is happy now that I have the most useless bead in the game.
The fire bead is probably the most useful of the resist beads.
hmm
Oh yeah. Well, I guess
It's-
Blaze the Bat and stuff uses fire. Oh, does
Yeah.
the
Flame
Traveler
Instigator.
use fire?
He does use fire. He uses fire and wind. I mean, it's still trash bead, but I mean, you have it.
Yeah, like, depending on what you're doing, the rave beat might be bad. You don't need a shit for that. What are you doing?
I don't need Earth Shift, but I like using
Nope.
Earth Shift. Okay, please let me indulge.
I-
This is
So do
true.
I,
we
but,
we,
like-
we shouldn't actually tell Moogie not to use Earth Shift. So,
Earth
that's-
Shift is
a bad
always
lesson.
good.
This room probably took me like 2 hours. I'm kidding.
This room.
There are
is-
some very good highlights. There's a solid cloud, I think.
How much
Oh
time
yeah, the solid
have
clouds.
you sunk it? How much time have you sunk into your DT1 Achilles playthrough so far?
Not that much. I'm at Distortion WTF. I just
Okay, yeah.
got to the Castlevania section of that. I think it's probably like 20 or 30 hours.
Okay.
Put about 15 more for Shroud Lord on Achilles.
There's just kind of a skill point at the start of
Maybe.
this map that's like, hey, can you use blast off? Okay, good.
Shroud Lord on Achilles seems like some fan game tier shit.
I don't know. I have no idea how it's gonna go, but I'm excited.
It's exciting. It is exciting.
Excitement. Yeah, oh man, Brian's that moment that you highlighted for what was it, the
There were two good moments. One with the solid cloud,
solid cloud, that's it. Yeah, that was so great.
and the other one was the basically dedication Koopa, who just bounced for like a year behind me as I wasn't paying attention, and then just jumped into me.
That was so good.
And it totally surprised me. Like that was completely sincere. Where I'm just like, what?
Oh, that sounds like a good Brian sound.
Oh,
And these guys,
we'll share the highlights with you later. Wafu, they're amazing. Both of them are.
I think they were clips, but
They're
you
clips,
can
yeah.
you can still link to a time stamp in the highlight. You
True.
should get that Metroid thing.
I think the clips can be found though, like either whoever clipped them or
Oh really? I thought clips were like timed. I've never actually clipped something. I don't know how they work.
By the way, Zephyr, I want you to know when I saw the Shoop to Wook face on these turtles,
my
I hated you
God.
slightly.
Only slightly.
this
Only
was made a
slightly.
long time ago. Back
All right, so I'm gonna give you some more lead strats.
yeah.
Wow, that dash. Wow.
Holy
Never
shit.
mind. Lead strats rescinded.
Moogie was so fucking excited to get that item. He couldn't hold it in anymore.
Oops, our turn. Okay.
Okay, that's
I
This,
clipped
this thing used to be really difficult to get. Now you just like dash dash.
alright.
How can you do?
He's remembering back in the day what you had to do, and then
Yeah. You just do that.
Like
now.
Did
super-
you even get this before Hurricane? Like I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, you could. You had to do some fuckery with what basically what Moogie was doing, but you had to do it, like actually
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. What I was doing.
You guys are
actually
bullies today.
good. I deserve
We're
it.
both
Waffle, you're the
tired.
biggest bully of us all.
Like
I
Brian
wanna
was
hear
tired.
you.
He had to go to work. Then he played Sonic. I had like an 11-hour shift. We're both very tired.
All right, I've thought about it again, and I'm gonna give you lead strats.
Yeah.
So, the turtles, you should rupture. You should rupture the
Yes.
fuck out of
Okay,
them.
rupture. That makes
And for the
sense.
laser people, you should dash into them with a water blast, or flood if they're far away. But you're not quite strong enough to one-shot them.
Yeah.
You're pretty close. Do you have mage beat on?
I do.
He
I do
does.
have mage beat on.
So we need you to go grind a little bit.
Oh yeah, that'll make for an exciting stream. All right, guys.
So the slimes.
The slimes are a good deal further in the game, so.
They are.
A good deal. And you should flood all the trees. You can. You should flood everything in this place you can. Like flood is this is Flood's home.
Flood and Water Blast are your friends here.
Yeah, I'm.
And
learning
rupture.
that.
And Rupture, yeah. Remember, you can dash those lasers at the very last second.
Remember. You can
The
do
5th of
that.
November.
Oh my god. The hideout. I mean this I'm just a broken record. Like, oh man, this was really stupid on Achilles. But
Yeah, like what on Achilles was not stupid is the question. Well, I'm assuming.
you only
that
need one rupture. Rupture will do so much damage that it does like no, get the key, get the key.
I
The
got
key is
the
hard to see.
I got the key. I got the key.
The key is like impossible to see. Every time I
really
played
is.
this game, I picked it up accidentally without realizing it.
Right, I need to go back to the previous
Zephyr
one.
decided that he would put like a bronze tiny key against like a dark red background.
Yeah, this
What?
is good.
Why Zephyr? Why Zephyr?
I don't know.
I don't
Why
care
young-
about like
why
the
young?
You
aesthetics.
broke
I
me.
care about
Okay,
the
you didn't break
gameplay.
me.
Yeah, I mean, like, the issue there is that it's just easy to miss it and not even realize there is a key.
Yeah,
Young
Moogie
Zephyr was
almost
a strange
broke
person.
me there. He almost broke me by leaving that 10, but he didn't leave it. It's okay. I'm so happy.
Well,
Young
there is a
Zephyr.
hideout
Yeah.
skip, but it's not easy. It's not human doable right now.
Yeah, the hideout. Oh, yeah, the hideout skip. It's glorious. The real hideout
What
skip.
do you do for the real skip?
It requires you to do. Okay, so when you get there, we're gonna tell you about it.
Alright.
I can just link the video.
True, he could. But I want to hear Ryan's explanation because it's so good.
It will require an amount of dexterity in your fingers you have not ever thought of.
Yes. So the elevator shaft, you need to use blast off.
Yeah.
Blast off, then you earth shift, and you need to have, of course, the spell cooldown for this. Earth shifts into the wall, and then you need to blast off again. Earth. Wait, no.
No, I just leave it
Okay.
to the professionals, please.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, I know how to do it. It's just explaining this is great. Do it. Just go ahead, Brian. Do it. Do it.
Well, we can wait till we get to the elevator.
This is true. This is true. That was quite a jump, Boogie.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that was a jump.
Really glad those guys have a shoot to boot mouth.
Why? Young Zephyr was a strange person. Maybe I should just say Dark Yoshi was a strange person.
Dark Yoshi
Zephyr-
is a different person. He's
Old Yoshi is a strange person.
Oh,
Old
Yoshi.
Zephyr is the same person. He's never not been that person. Don't pretend like he grew out of anything.
I mean, DT3 doesn't have shrouds. But maybe if there weren't testers, there might have been.
I don't know. I think he said he thought about it. Something like the shrouds.
there was something that was gonna be like that, and then like super early on, I was like, no.
You see, that's growth. You realized it. Character development.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
an
know, to
art.
me that's like, congratulations, you're not like a homicidal maniac. The bar is low.
Fair enough. I don't disagree.
This is the room with the kill room at the end. Oh god.
You loved
On
it.
this room for 70 years.
So the thing about this room is that the screen starts far enough to the left that you can't hit that guy.
Yeah.
See,
It's
enemy
not fair to hit
activations.
someone that can't move.
Yeah.
I suppose
cheater.
that's...
So this game doesn't do it by screen; it does it by your distance to them.
Yep.
So yeah.
And it's actually distance, it's not horizontal distance. You can also do it by vertical distance.
Yes, it's
And
straight
there
up.
are rooms where you can take advantage of them.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's taking advantage of you. Also, that turtle's the best turtle.
He's holding on by his tail.
Can you get out?
One of it's fine.
I was hoping you were gonna try to blast off with flame pillar still selected. I've done that many times.
Yeah, like, I'm actually using the spell swap buttons, and that's, like, not recommended on first playthrough because it gets confusing real quick. What you actually want to do is just go in the menu and switch there. Because,
Yeah, but like you're not a noob anymore though. I mean a little bit,
Well-
but not so bad.
I
that's
mean, you
so
compared to
bad.
Brian.
That's so gross. Do people do that? That's gross.
Some people do that.
I did that for years.
Idiots. Oh well.
Wow, that was beautiful looking. That dash into water blast.
Look, I did my distorted mode, spike wall room, no rave mode, no damage, and I needed
yeah.
to go into the menu, so you can blow me.
Yeah, because, like, DT1 is, like, apparently not designed for any form of human input device ever devised, so...
This is true.
Like Slakes' controller.
Oh, yeah, Slace's controller is how you're supposed to play DT1.
Oh my god, I wonder what DT1 would be like with that shitty ass thing.
I don't think.
I mean,
there's-
DT1 often devolves into pressing the same button over and over again until the boss dies, so it would be less bad than DT3, I think.
Yeah. I guess you just set yourself with the right spells and abilities, then you just don't switch.
Yeah. That almost worked. It was adorable.
I liked that. I enjoyed that a lot.
I mean, you can still use your claw, like.
But who wants
Yeah.
to use the claw? That's the lame way to kill enemies.
I
So this
love
is where you
using the claw.
grind. This is where you grind on those 4 turtles.
No.
No.
No, we're not grinding. Not tonight.
Oh yeah, ledge jumps. There you go.
You don't even need
Easy one
red
doesn't have a bonk stat, which means it's not good.
Alright, I think I want to go off to the right here first.
Oh, wow,
You
you
did.
did it that way, and I've never done it that way before.
Nice.
Right, you need to get both keys in this one.
Yeah, I'm really glad DT3 finally has a bonk stat, and it has the little stars that tell you when you bonk.
Yep. Therefore, you need to release an update for DT3.
What needs to be
Does it?
updated?
He needs to remove double jump from my level.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because the Yoshi must die. It's like, it's
Neil
not an
Neil
option.
is a horrible person, and
Wait, what did Neil do?
Neil beat my
double-
level without doing the thing you're supposed to do.
How could he?
I don't know,
That-
because he's a monster.
Yeah, he's not a good person, so.
He's horrible. How?
Like,
What a I'm
Like,
sad.
you don't beat that level without, being a terrible person, so therefore he is even worse than a terrible person.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, basically.
No, I agree. The loss is on him though. He didn't experience art.
He didn't. He was like, because I watched it, live when he did it, and he's just like, not. He just didn't have anything. He's just nothing now.
Alright, fuck it, let's just hit these guys. This is 2 turtles on top of each other, by the way.
Yeah. Good job with that rupture, by the way. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it hit him really well.
Time to go back. Whoops, you hit a Podobo. Do the whole room again.
Yeah. You can tell DT1 was not designed with Achilles in mind at all.
No, it was not.
Brian's just-
Oh,
I feel like
my
this
God.
stream is unhealthy for Brian's sanity reliving Achilles.
It's fine. I still have more to do.
he has Shady Woods to do still.
Shitty Woods.
I have all
Oh.
the worst parts to do. Like,
Oh
Yeah, Shady
no,
Woods.
not Shady Woods. I don't even want to know. I don't even know if
You-
I can watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like you should experience that with him, Wonfu. Wow, you just got cockblocked by that door.
That sounds hard. That sounds painful. I don't even like Shady Woods normally.
Shady Woods.
Does anybody like Shady Woods normally?
I like Gino's theme.
Fair enough.
It's not Gino's theme, it's the forest.
It's Gino's theme. Fuck you.
Hey.
Brian
wanna
feels
hear your
very
shit.
strongly about this, I see.
I forgot how long Brave Mode lasts in this game.
Oh yeah, it lasts like way too long.
It's like super long. I mean, but it's a great song though. I mean, who doesn't like that song?
I still remember Raukav's reaction to Rave Mode the first time. LP, are you happy that I'm using Flood now? Because you seem very upset that I wasn't.
He was just mad that you were flooding in the wrong direction.
It's true. Those trees have collision damage.
That's collision damage.
The robots don't have collision.
The
damage.
robots don't have collision damage, the sentinels don't have collision damage, the turtles don't have collision damage, but the fucking trees!
Yeah, because they're on fire. You don't.
There's
touch
lots of
fire.
things on fire, Zephyr.
Look, they're on fire. That's the thing. It's important.
You're supposed to use Water Blast against them, and they have collision damage. That's some kind of sick joke.
You see, that's the kind of thing that is that like an. Did Zephyr intend that for that to be an assholeish move?
I don't know about
I mean,
that. There,
I mean,
there
I
are definitely
believe it.
some moments of like, yeah, Zephyr was being a dick here. I don't know if that one was one of them.
I mean, so sometimes when you've done something enough, it like normalizes,
Yes.
right? So like, was he actively thinking I'll be an asshole with this, or was this just his nature at this point?
Poor Dark Yoshi.
God, that was some pro switch element action
Yeah.
there. That was.
You might be able to climb the elevator.
I'm not gonna climb the elevator.
I want to climb the elevator.
Bang game of the century.
Oh, I have to go back down to open this. That's okay.
You do. You do.
It's fine. It's easy.
Yeah.
It used to be hard.
Everything used to be hard when the dashes didn't work. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they worked, but they didn't work well, let's say.
Didn't work for humans.
So
Hope you
there's
saw
like
that
no,
key.
there's no save points or anything here.
That could have warped you all the way back to the beginning, but
Yeah.
instead,
It did.
But instead, whatever this shit is.
the way back was just as fun as the way forward.
I feel like the blocks when they fall on you, they should kill you. Like no, not damage, just straight up crush.
Sure, sure.
Why not? It's already enough of a clusterfuck.
Why not? Kill me.
Enemies should respawn when they go off screen in Brian mode. No, no thanks, LP.
We can have some classic Mega Man game design.
Oh yeah.
God.
That's like a thing even in the X games, which I didn't remember until I replayed.
Is it
much
really?
Yeah, like
Some of them, yeah, where they just don't remember. Yeah, they just don't put those in the memory at all.
Interesting. I guess I probably knew that at some point, but I.
okay, so basically the reason we went through all this shit is to get 2 keys, and I hope
Yes.
to God you get the like tiny ass sprites that you can barely even see, or else you're gonna be doing this again.
That's probably happened to someone, right?
Oh, I'm sure it has.
Maybe? I hope so.
I hope so.
See, it's his nature. He doesn't think about it anymore. He doesn't even think it's bad, right? He's like a pyromaniac. He's an arsonist. He just sets things on fire. It's like, yeah, it's the natural thing to do.
Instead of building, it's.
I wake up, I
soul.
eat, I go to work, I come home, I set things on fire.
Yeah.
Just instead of buildings, it's like your soul and your feelings and happiness.
I really can't wait to see the game that Zephyr is making for Brian.
I'm excited. I'm really fucking excited.
I'm not gonna say anything about it. Like I'm not gonna say like what it is or isn't.
No, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, no, it
we
can't be
don't want
spoiled.
spoilers.
And everyone needs to experience it with Brian by viewing it.
Oh yeah.
It
No
is made to be a
spoilers.
viewing
Says
experience.
Moogie, king of
It is-
spoilers.
It is made to be a viewing experience.
You know, you actually don't even understand how Moogie is the king of spoilers. I've known him for 5 years.
Yeah.
You haven't even glimpsed the iris that is the Moogie spoiler zone.
Oh yeah. Like I just don't even think about it. I know
Yeah,
it's a
we
bad
know.
habit, but
I don't know, Castle. Whenever Zephyr finishes it, I guess.
Yeah, it's a ways off, Castle. So
I'm glad that it's a ways off because it means you're actually putting any amount of effort into it.
well,
Yeah,
aren't you
like,
doing
like-
like to get used to Game Maker Studio?
yeah, like I'm using it. Yeah, it's just like let's learn the IDE of Studio 2 for Padera.
Yeah.
So like, you see
So
me
like
making
so some
see me making some inputs mistakes. That's because I'm having to keep track of L1 and R1 for dash, L2 and R2 for element swap, and L3 and R3 for spell swap. Like
you're
I
a man,
said-
you can do it.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I
you
said,
use L3 and R3 for that?
Yeah.
Oh God. I do right stick up and right stick down.
I use the right stick left and right for swapping in DT3, but here I find it like more intuitive to use L3 and R3. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean whatever works for you.
Yeah, like I said, this game isn't designed to be played by humans anyway. Oh my god, the fucking contact damage on these guys.
I know, right?
What we need to do is create a DT bot, a bot that's capable of playing this game and knows the rules perfectly and seeing what perfect play looks like.
That actually could be pretty interesting because like Jerry can do so much bullshit that like a human would never figure it all out.
Right, like I want
It's
to see.
already
what-
like super hard to build like a bot that can play Super Mario Brothers 1. Like DT what?
Brian, you're like
just
like you're an engineer, Brian. You got this. Just
uh
I give you like 3 weeks.
as
to
an
get that.
engineer, I know how stupid that would be.
Yeah. It's almost time, Brian. You have to explain stuff. It's almost time to do it.
Yeah,
Right,
here's the
okay, so
elevator.
this shaft right here, right? What you do, you have Earth Shift and Blast Off as your Earth and Fire spells. So the first thing you do is place. Ooh, that'd be interesting. You place an Earth Shift in the wall, blast off up onto it, wait for Blast Off to come back, which now comes back instantly. Then what you want to do is you want to jump off. You want to
Oh, I
cancel
see.
Earth Shift. You want to cancel Earth Shift, but then before it despawns, jump off of it, jump a little bit to the other side, spawn another one in the wall, quickly switch to fire, air dash, and then blast off. Your air dash will go into the Earth Shift while it's spawning, and then by the time your dash is over, the cast time will be over, and then you can blast off up onto it, and then you repeat that going up.
Yeah, we're not gonna try that.
But actually, Super Blast Off, I bet you could do it with a single Earth Shift in the wall.
Maybe.
Because you got pretty close. So if you like Earth Shift on the ground, and then jump up and like put an Earth Shift as high into the wall as you can, which is, easy to do. That part's easy. And then
Yeah.
get up onto that. And then from there, Super Blast Off, you might be able to make it up. Which would be pretty hot.
Yeah, I think that sounds really, really doable.
It sounds really, really doable.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll let Brian figure it out. I don't feel like all the bullshit.
Yeah,
that
that's
entails.
fine. Although I think you're better at Super Blast Off than I am at this point.
Yeah, Super Blast Off is finicky. Let's say it's weird to get working consistently. Oh, head.
So that lets you skip a single key if you can do it, I think.
Yeah, you don't have to go all the way to the bottom.
It doesn't let you skip both, unfortunately.
Oh, you didn't use the blocks trick there. The thing that once Raocow did it, everyone did. That was the canon way to do it.
Oh, what's the blocks trick? It's been ages since I've watched the LP.
You have to block the blocks from coming down with Jerry. You can use an Earth Shift as well.
Of course you can.
The one part of the game where you had to use gravity well.
You don't have to use gravity well.
Oh, you can't use X. It just perfectly snugly fits in there.
Perfectly.
Well, you don't have to do anything crazy if you use gravity well. Oh, this is the kill room.
Oh yeah, this is okay.
This kill room is funny. It's a funny kill room.
It's
It's
funny
fucking
'cause we're gonna
hilarious.
sit here and pause for a while, wait for the enemies to spawn.
You don't actually have brave mode.
Oh, I don't.
We don't have no.
You'll be fine. You're just gonna decimate everything. You'll be good.
I think that is the opposite of what's about to happen, honestly.
We're about to find out.
No, he'll do it.
I think he can do
I
it.
mean,
Like you.
I mean,
Is
he
it-
has to actually use skills and abilities instead of standing there getting hit, but
like he's doing
he has-
something. He has brave.
mode now.
He has it now.
but does he want to use it?
Nah.
He doesn't really need to.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh god.
God, there's so many potobos on
I
Discord.
love the sentinel jig that it did up in the roof. It got stuck.
Oh,
Yo ho. All right.
Here,
so it's
here
time
comes
for
All right,
this guy.
Italicardian. Now the amazing thing about this boss is that if you jump up and go to the right through the top, you don't get killed. You don't get hurt there anymore. You fixed that.
yeah, that's fixed. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Ah man, you used
No.
to take damage as the cutscene was transporting you through the lightning.
So
That's true.
I have no idea what this boss does. I have no clue.
This
what-
boss involves you equipping the mage bead and the stun bead, crippling him.
And then
You don't want to
doing-
do it when he's doing that attack because that attack is real bad for it. Now, yeah. Yeah, you want to stand in
my-
the center of him. You want to stand directly in the center. It does way more damage. Well,
Well, this is interesting.
Okay. That did not go as plans.
You could have totally used Wave of Awesome there and just finished this.
I could have, but I didn't.
Could have. Could if.
could have.
I love how he just floats there.
And wait till he's like on the ground. Stand in the middle of him. Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
So
There we go.
That's like the peak DT1 boss fight. You just kind of stand there and spam
You like-
Rupture.
He looks like he's going to do a bunch of stuff, and then you Jerry him.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just, you don't have to even fight him.
Like if this were another game, that guy might be a hard boss, but not this game.
It's a pretty interesting boss if you don't use Rupture.
So here's X. Yeah, he will later die in DT3. Spoilers.
Feels bad.
Spoilers,
He
oh my
doesn't even think
god.
about it. Doesn't even think about it.
Like, I haven't even gotten to DT. We're in DT1, we haven't even played the third one yet.
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't even show up in the second one because
Yeah.
fuck Claire.
Thanks for spoiling that one, Brian.
Oh,
No, I
alright.
will fuck everything out of DT2.
So we're in the distortion windows.
This is the best level in the game.
It's a place, and I'm thinking we might want to
is-
stop the stream here for tonight, so we can.
Yeah.
After an hour and 16 minutes.
It is good that we can determine what Mugi's time zone is, though.
Oh,
It does mean that if he played for 9 more minutes, he would no longer get XP for a minute.
that's true. But
Mhm.
since this area is kind of a thing, I think we're gonna stop here. And Brian and Zephyr said.
There is also hard to stream.
Brian and
That's
Zephyr
fair.
said they were tired, so we'll give.
Tired of
them
your
a-
shit.
Oh, I set
Basically.
myself up for that one, but yeah. So we'll start here next time, and this is gonna do some bad things to the recording because it like forces you out of full screen. So I don't want to deal with that tonight. Is like the actual reason I'm stopping here. So yeah.
Hooray.
Alright, that was fun.
All right.
That was fun.